glow up. So obviously there's going to be some insane boosts. But first we're going to go over the skill set. And the whole point of this series is to see if it is worth getting Sun if you maybe got the skin and don't have the player, or if you do have the player and you have the skin boost, where to best utilize him. Because Sun can play multiple positions. So let's get into it first. He has dribbler on medium effect. He has down the wing on ultra effect, which improves his overlaps on the wings. He has the acquired position, which is important because he can play the wing and striker. But which one suits him best? We're going to talk about that. Last but not least, he has bullseye, which improves his curling shots, and he has that on ultra effect. Not quite as important as previous metas, but still, Sun is one of the most pure finishers, if not the most pure finisher, maybe just behind Haaland in the entire game. Jonathan David, too, you got to give him his flowers. So, let's take a look at the boost he gets with the green skin. As we look down here at shooting, you see he goes to 107 in finishing and 109 in shot power. Long shots are excellent still at 89, 88 positioning, and penalties are 80. Passing stays the same, but then you go down to dribbling, and his dribbling goes from 88 to 108 with that big plus 16. So you take the 108 dribbling combined with the massive finishing boost, and obviously shot power doesn't hurt too, especially with that shot power part. You combine that with excellent long shots, and it makes for an excellent outside of the box shooter despite having those long shots nerfed. You better believe Sun is still very capable of finishing those finesse shots outside the box. In fact, he is probably the best, if not 100,000% the best, at taking those shots outside the box and still having a high probability to score them. But with that finishing, with that speed and dribbling as well, he can absolutely play striker. Yes, I know it's 90, not 99. There's, the Mbappes of the world. Sprint speed 96 though, and you have to remember, he has this insane dribbling boost. So where he lacks that explosive, maybe Vinny type of speed, he makes up for it with that insane dribbling boost. And obviously, he doesn't have to do too much dribbling because he can finish from just about anywhere a striker or a winger can finish. Now, for myself, I utilize him on the wing, but that is because I had, and I'll tell you why I say it in past tense, Haaland and Ronaldo up top. However, because of the through balls being only, high percentage at angles and not direct, I switched off from the 4-4-2 and went to a 4-3-3 with a cam. And now I have a point on Sun, so he can play cam, he can play winger, and he can play striker. Now why I did that is because I also have Greenskin Mbappe. So Ronaldo on one side with his speed boost and acceleration boost, he can absolutely play winger, unlike before that special skin. Then Mbappe on the other wing, I always have said I think that's his best position. Haaland up top, and then you have Sun at cam. This is where I think he's best. Better than wing, better than striker, because at cam, that little lack of speed doesn't hurt him as much as it might in striker, where he can't break away from defenders like maybe a Haaland can, because Haaland also has that strength. And the same with winger. He doesn't have that crazy up and down the line speed, which Ronaldo has with his special skin, Mbappe has always had. And Son can also finish outside the box, especially with these boosts and all of his skills combined, better than anybody. I think you play him either a winger striker, work your way up to that skill point, get Cam on him, and then play a formation that has Cam, most preferably a 4-3-3, because it naturally creates those angles that you need to play those through balls. The reason why that is because for some reason, UFL, they put a Band-Aid on their through balls, let's call it, but they did not fix them 100%. If they did, you could play more direct through balls through the seams, right? However, the only through balls that work, and they are pretty when they work, but the only ones that do work, a high percentage of the time, if not they're the only ones that work, are those angled through balls where you play it, your player's running on the back side of the defender, it goes past the defender, your striker or attacker runs onto the ball, right, on the back shoulder of the defender and through on goal. Many of you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just trust me. Play those through balls at an angle and watch your player go through on net. So the 4-3-3 does that way better than the 4-4-2. The 4-4-2 is great for getting the ball out wide and then playing that ball into your two strikers to then fake shot, shoot the ball in a snapshot motion, right? Because you fake shot receive, touch it, and on the second touch you're shooting. Now, I've always said it too. Is that pretty glitchy? Yes, because that first time fake shot receive, your player basically floats, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about or you haven't seen it, look at my past videos. You'll know what I mean. It's a very OP way to score, and the 4-4-2 does a great job of putting your players in that position. But for getting your players through on goal, right, the 4-3-3 is way better. Not to mention, you can still utilize those three forwards, if you will, or two wingers and a striker. You can still utilize them to play the ball between them, and even Son is at cam until you have that good first time fake shot receive snapshot, right? That's what we'll call it, because it's just receiving the ball, shooting on the second touch, and for whatever reason, again, as silly as it is, that's the most high probability way to score. It triggers some animation. The defenders essentially freeze up. The goalie doesn't tend to save them ever. So, my opinion, get the extra skill point, put Son at cam. If not, it's up to you. Striker, winger, he's obviously an incredible finisher, and with this dribbling boost, he's even better. So, get to using Son if you have him. If not, it's up to you if you need him. Maybe you only attack with three players. Maybe you have an Mbappe and a Vinny, or maybe you have whoever you have. But in my opinion, Son, one of the top three most pure finishers in the game. In my opinion, he's a must-have, but that's just me. So take it or leave it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.